Defending champions Canada face the homestanding Iroquois Nationals. This is the matchup everyone's been waiting for, and a look at the rosters shows why. Canada is loaded. Its 3 goalies were the finalists for the 2015 National Lacrosse League Goalie of the Year. The defense has the 3 finalists for Defensive Player of the Year. And the offense not only has the 3 finalists for NLL MVP in Sean Evans, Mark Matthews, and Ryan Benesh, but is so deep that one of those guys, Benesh, was scratched from today's game. The Iroquois, meanwhile, are led in scoring by former NLL MVP Jeff Shattler and the dynamic Lyle Thompson and Randy Stotts, who will both be among the top draft picks in this year's draft. We'll be bringing you all the action starting in just a moment, so stay tuned. You're watching the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on the Universal Sports Network.
Please remain standing for the presentation of the Iroquois National Anthem. The referees in crew chief for this afternoon's game is the head referee Ian Harrison, Tony Reed, and Ty Wilkinson as the assistant referee. The shot clock operator is Mark Coleman.
Start the action here at the Carrier Dome. I'm Chuck Jaffe. I'm joined by Randy Frazier, head coach of the U.S. Junior National Team. We'll be bringing you all the action. Randy, a week ago, these older stars on today's Iroquois team were the young guys then. They've been mentoring, and everybody's been waiting to bring the game home to the Onondaga Nation. So we're off here at the Carrier Dome, and Jeremy Thompson comes away with the ball. So the Iroquois will go on offense first. Sloppy pass to Randy Stotts. Winds up in the Iroquois bench, out of the stick of Jordan McIntyre. The ball to Canada. Ryan Dilks gives it over as we get a first look at the Canadian offense. Canada, I said in the opening, scratched Ryan Benesh tonight, one of their top lefties.
Canada pulling their goalie early.
So pulled him for the extra attacker as they were making the shift to get the extra time. Now it's Curtis Dixon driving in front, and he scores. Curtis Dixon, right off the opening, takes it to Sid Smith and makes it 1-0 Canada.
Wow, Canada not messing around. They pull their goalie to get the extra attacker on early. They get a shot on goal, they get a reset, they get it back, and right away Curtis Dixon takes his man to the goal, gets in good position, steps back and rips a shot on the layout, dive shot to the far pipe all tournament. That time he actually faked that shot and brought it back to the short side, just brought it back a little bit too much and missed the net.
McIntosh has played a lot of roles for this team, taking faceoffs, played a little bit in each end, a lot of right-handed forward.
Yeah, such a great talent, versatile guy, can play offense, defense, face-off.
And there's a goal. Johnny Powlis finishes that feed from Roger Weiss, straight overhand and off the right side of Matt Vince to tie things up at 1.
Nice little underneath move. He slips to the inside, uses the defender as a screen, shoots it right off his shoulder to the far pipe. Great finish.
And the Iroquois reset their offense.
Canadian defense is playing a very aggressive style of defense on the 2-man games. They're actually looking to double the ball, force the ball carrier down the boards. They look to double it when it gets down low in the corner, and if they flip it into the middle, they look to slide across and help out.
And there's another goal, fed in front, left-handed finish.
See what we have here, a little 2-man on the right side with a backdoor cut. Gets in front, fakes it short side with a nice full fake. He's able to beat the goalie across to the far side.
That goal from Heine Thompson.
In these games, and he's going to go to the box and pay the price.
So Shattler's in the box. Canada's on the man up. Heavy left as they start this. Dawson and Evans are the righties.
Canadians are working some motion on the left side, cutting guys through.
So Sean Evans' shot swallowed up by Goodleaf. But he gets the ball back. It's 2-on-1 if he wants it. And he scores. Sean Evans, a tremendous play to get the ball back for the Canadians and then look off the defense until he could stick this one.
If you're a lacrosse fan of any type, you have to love Sean Evans. The kid just battles nonstop. He's great on loose balls in the corner. He's a great distributor of the ball, can finish, he can fight. The guy can do it all. He's gritty as could be.
Smith winds up in the stands And the Iroquois get a freebie here with 1:20 seconds remaining in the man advantage. So they are heavy right, 3 right-handers, 2 lefties. Lyle Thompson up high, which is not usually where he plays.
Canada's playing a tight box.
And there's a goal for the Iroquois. It's Miles Thompson finishing a nice easy feed on a little bit of a wheel run.
Yeah, a little bit of rotation. They're playing catch up top, pass and cut. He sees space and puts it right to the corner. Great shot, some screen in front of Vince.
Dixon early, first player out of the box.
They're going to want to switch there. They're not going to want Lyle to cover.
Penalty upcoming to the Iroquois. Canada has 6 forwards out on the floor, 10 seconds to shoot. Fed in front, Sean Evans behind the back. Comes over to Matthews, he feeds it in front. Dixon scores! Nifty little play. Mark Matthews feeds Curtis Dixon, and we're knotted at 3-3.
Wow, there's no angle there. I mean, great little unsettled behind the back. Canada's able to get the rebound. Great look across the goal, beats his man top side, and puts it in a sliver of space to put that ball in, and he buries it. Defenders need to respect these shooters, get out on their hands, and take away those outside shots.
Craig Point. Nice save there by Vince on his Rochester Nighthawks teammate. Waiting for the ball to come down before they start a fresh 30. It's up in the stick of Ryan Dilks. He feeds that one ahead. We'll see if Rubish can run the break. You've got offensive door there. Gives it over to Dawson. And he scores. Dan Dawson finishes that pass from Ryan Dilks on a little 3-on-2 break. It started out looking like it wouldn't be anything, and then all of a sudden, out the front door.
Yeah, it looked like it might be a 2-on-1. They were able to cover the one man, and then Dawson comes in as the trailer. He's wide open right down the slot.
Jeremy Thompson in the box. Mark Matthews, Greer, and LeBlanc, the lefties. Greer feeds that across to Evans. Evans back to Matthews, back to Evans. Great stop by Goodleaf, but the garbage collected in front.
Is that Evie? Man, these guys are unbelievable. Nice cutting play where when you think a guy is going to shoot it, he feeds it across again. It looks like a great shot. He gives kind of a no-look pass. Rebound comes.
It's Zach Greer who grabs this up and shoots it into the empty net. Goodleaf couldn't control the rebound. Gives that up. The other stuff. These have been sort of finesse, got to do it kinds of fouls. They haven't been,
Yeah, they haven't been super aggressive fouls. They've been more on the hold category. I haven't seen a rough yet, for example.
Yep. So, on the left-hand side was Schattler. And he scores. Schattler bangs it off the post just past the right side of Matt Vince. He makes it a 5-4 game with 9:07 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, they run the little rotation wheel action on the right side. Kyle Rubish is he's in that shooting lane good there, and then he gives too much space. Schattler's able to see a gap between his stick and his free
shots, but a slight disadvantage in goals. Even strength right now as the Iroquois come down heavy left. Get that ball down to Randy Stotts, and he scores. Randy Stotts, nice little bounce shot, sneaks past Matt Vince, and we're back to a 1-goal game.
Nice goal there. What I liked before the goal is the ball moved. It moved, and no one held it for more than a half a second. The ball went from stick to stick. Vince is not really set. He gets a little pick that starts to come. Vince almost anticipates that he's going to come over this when the passes go from the offensive guy that's next to his teammate, but it's when it's skipped through the defense that it throws the defense off and often opens up shooting lanes.
Adam Bomberry comes up with the loose ball. Got a problem now as he's been dogged, and it goes to Dan Dawson, and he scores. Dan Dawson, as the forecheck for the Canadians, pays dividends again, pressuring Adam Bomberry, creating the turnover. And Dan Dawson one-on-one is a goalie's nightmare.
Just a sloppy play. And Dan's able to just efficient on his finish. Just a little look up, little stick fake, and he's able.
Action at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. Canada 7, Iroquois 5. Chuck Jaffe with Randy Frazier. Iroquois still down for about 35 seconds here. As Mark Matthews works inside, feeds it across.
It's a goal.
And there's a goal. Looked From this angle, couldn't tell if Dixon had been able to stick it inside the post or on the back of the net, but it's Curtis Dixon with the little finish.
Could see that coming, that little set play, because Matthews started in the crease, not in his normal position. They set up a play for him at the shooter. He receives it, cranks like he's going to shoot. They need to work a good set play, try to break this defense, and then secondly, they need to put their shot on their spot and hit a pipe and bury this ball.
So Dane Smith goes to the box to serve it for Canada. 8-5 our score, and a crowd ready to go a little crazy if the Iroquois can get back into this. Fed across, and there it is. There it is. Jeff Shatler finishes the cross crease feed. Out to the outside, Matt Vince moving, but unable to stop it.
You just see some great skip passing. These guys just wire the ball through the defense, through the defensive sticks, and that quick release to the far side. Vince is out of position. He's not able to get a good read on the shot.
Jeremy Thompson starts with the ball. Still waiting for the announced attendance, but very little doubt that this is the largest crowd to ever watch a World Indoor Lacrosse Championship game. What an amazing experience to have the Carrier Dome here. Fed in front, that one knocked down by Dan Coates. Dan Coates stuck his stick out, got a piece. Lyle Thompson drives the net and scores! Lyle Thompson with the face dodge and the finish over Matt Vince's shoulder. It's 8-7. Lots and lots of time left.
Classic Lyle Thompson there. Incredible skill and agility. Gets underneath his man, uses the reach, puts it straight over the top of Vince to the far corner. It's a great display of one-on-one lacrosse.
Play that much as this game goes on. Shot wide by Stotts.
Yeah, it pays off. Even though if you don't get a goal, you're wearing that defense down. It could pay off for you late in the game.
Dane Smith breaks it ahead, hits the trailer. It's McIntosh. He can't connect on it.
Wow, he had open net there. He just couldn't convert the shot, couldn't finish, couldn't execute his shot and hit his spot.
McIntosh looking skyward, going, what do I have to do? As he laid out, had open net, but could not give Canada back a 2-goal lead.
He was going full speed there.
And had to be able to get that break. Shot there, kicked away by Vince.
Smart little kick over.
Johnny Powis, that feed. This is very dangerous. Steve Priolo, and he scores. A sloppy pass and an even sloppier transition gives Canada the ball. Steve Priolo breaks ahead, scores that, and as you said, he's got the offensive skills to play at the front door.
He does. There's no messing around here. He just gets the ball up on his shoulder in the triple threat and just pumps it. No need for a fake. Just puts it right where he wants it. Little deception maybe with his eyes. Freezes the goal.
For Canada has the
they
trailer.
Better be careful. They might have numbers here.
And Stephane LeBlanc is
There's
the trailer.
the number.
And he scores. Stephane LeBlanc is the trailer, having been kept on the defensive zone because of the pace of play. He comes up, trails it, and then snipes it.
Could see that develop from RC here. We're in the end zone, so we're kind of behind the play, looking down at the floor a long way, and you can see that developing. That player coming down, and only 3 defenders and 4 offensive players entering the zone.
And not a lot of awareness.
Huge power play here. They need to convert this, get it within 2, and they'll be within a shot. They'll have a shot at this that come down the stretch.
Moving the ball quickly. Shatler gives it back to Lyle Thompson. Randy Stotts, and he scores. Randy Stotts answers the call, makes it 10-8 as the motion play works for the Iroquois. A lot of motion, a lot of movement, and there's the goal.
And just an amazing placement on this shot. Brings it to the short side with a little crossover. The thing pings off the inside of the pipe. There's not any by Vince. Everything looked like he was going to shoot far side on that, and he's even leaning far side a little bit, and he's able to bring his left arm and shoulder up and block that shot.
And there's a goal from Sean Evans. Sean Evans. That may be the one that is too much for the Iroquois to overcome.
Yeah, nice pick inside. Get some space. Nice overhand shot. Short side corner. Gonna keep pushing it to the net. Any glimpse of goal they see, they're gonna rip.
Shot wide. Picked up by Miles Thompson. Point feeds that across. Shatler can't handle. Fed down. Miles can't handle that.
Looked like a push.
Yeah, it did, but they're not going to get that call, and so you got Scott Campbell again, open net. And there's the goal for Curtis Dixon. So with 1 minute and 1 second left, rather than killing the time, Canada decides the goal is more important. And they put their 12th one on, and it looks like what everyone would have expected on paper is going to happen, that Canada will win its 4th straight World Championship. 6 seconds remaining. Ball stays with the Iroquois. Miles Thompson feeds it in front to Lyle. And Vince with one more, as if he needed one more, in a game in which they now have him seeing 84 shots on goal. An exclamation point there as Canada wins the 2015 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships 12-8. And the Canadians, who faced a lot of pressure, who knew that everyone was gunning for them and that perhaps this was the year where the Iroquois or the U.S. had what it took. Well, the Canadians come away victorious again, and again unbeaten. As we see the trophy coming out, Dan Dawson goes to grab it up for Team Canada.